Evening, sir. We are
Good evening.
talking about your book, The Revolutionaries Shed Their Blood for India's Independence, Part 1.
That's
And we have come to the last topic, which is Kakori conspiracy case,
this is chapter 17.
17. So,
Hmm.
uh, uh, you may kindly highlight the Kakori conspiracy case so that it could be linked to the freedom movement and how it propelled further the freedom struggle of India.
ठीक है प्रदीप जी ऐसे था दिस वाज आफ्टर द जलियांवाला बाग इंसिडेंट on September 4, 1920 the Congress session had taken place in Calcutta under the presidency of Lala Lajpat Rai. In that session Mahatma Gandhi had uh, given the promise
Hmm.
that if the countrymen followed him in non-cooperative, non-violent movement, he can secure independence of the country within a year. So, believing this version of Mahatma Gandhi, all the revolutionaries also gave up their media of operation.
So how
Revolutionary.
how how come Mahatma Gandhi could convince hardliners?
No, no, no. It was because Jallianwala Bagh incident had taken place in 1919. At that time, Mahatma Gandhi emerged one of the top leaders of the country. When he gave the slogan that he will start the movement within 1 year of the non-cooperative, non-violent movement, he can get the country independent. That is what the revolutionary also wanted. They said we give up our theme of activities or motive of activities and we join Mahatma Gandhi. So
Okay,
they gave up.
that is okay, sir. Ke Mahatma Gandhi claimed that he will get it in 1 year,
Huh.
but how the other people, hardliners or revolutionaries, were convinced about his idea?
Otherwise, the revolutionary idea was also to achieve independence.
That is okay, sir. But how
So
they were?
when the bloodshed had taken place in Jallianwala Bagh, and Mahatma Gandhi emerged as the top leader of the country, and he showed the countrymen that he can get independence within 1 year, which was also the motive of the revolutionaries. They said, let us try to follow Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay. So that
And
no further bloodshed could happen. Or
that is right. Number
it
one,
could
the
be.
country could become free.
Mhm.
So Mahatma Gandhi started it on September 4, 1920. Chori Chora incident took place on February 5, 1922.
Hmm.
He withdrew the non-cooperative movement.
And what was this incident?
That
Chora
was
Chori.
some British constable were murdered by
Okay.
the uh,
Okay.
by
Okay.
our so then the revolutionary thought, no, 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 Mahatma Gandhi way is not the right way. We will follow our own slogan. Then in January 20, they joined, constituted a Revolutionary Party of India pamphlet. They issued pamphlet in 1925
Hmm.
that without revolutionary activities, a country cannot achieve independence. So it was ultimately there is a very promising message given to the young generation in this in the constitution of this movement, revolutionary movement. They gave the slogan. They constitute a federal republic of the United States of India. This was the party established by them, and their draft constitution. They said only few lines. There is only one way left. Now still your eyes do not open. That was a call given to the young generation. Now still your eyes do not open. How surprising. Why are the sons of those who once roared like lions today taking fright like jackals? Brave men, get up, gird up your loins, and turn out your enemies. The motherland shall be blessed. So this ultimately they spoke like that, and so many other items were included, but they took care to explain that they are neither terrorists nor anarchists. They are revolutionaries. They want to change the government. That is what they said. Ultimately, they also made a suggestion to the young generation: show courage, O noble sons of India, cast down the flags of Britain to the ground and raise your own flag to the Indian sky. Free your necks from the British yoke. Spare not your heads for India's sake. Sing fearlessly that India is ours. Cease not from shouting Vande Mataram. Cast out all fear of the jail and the gallows. That was a big, and the big blow was given to them on August 9, 1925, when they boarded the train on Saharanpur Lucknow route. They looted the government treasury by breaking the lock by throwing uh, by hammers and looted the treasury. Then they stopped the train just near Kakori railway station and ran away with the loot. So ultimately, it was a criminal case was registered in which Ram Prasad Bismal, Ashfaqullah, and some many other Manmatnath Gupta, they were involved in this in the eyes of the British. Ultimately, they were arrested on September 26, 1925. But when the trial was going on, they used to sing सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है. Ram Prasad Bismil also used to sing वक्त आने दे बता देंगे तुझे है आसमां हम अभी से क्या बताएं क्या हमारे दिल में है. मतलब they were very patriotic songs they used to sing, and ultimately the judgment was announced, and four patriots, Thakur Ram Prasad Bismil, Thakur Roshan Singh, Ashfaqullah, and Rajinder Nath Lahiri, they were sentenced to death, and many other patriots, they were revolutionaries, they were sent to prisons. In prison, they were also meted out very careless treatment, which was published by Jayadev and Shiv Verma, who were tried later on Lahore conspiracy case along with Shahid Azam Bhagat Singh. So they said that they sat on hunger strike. Uh, Sometimes their superiors, seniors, they used to come and advise them that do not kill yourself by uh, going on hunger strike because nothing will improve by that. At least they should continue and live and save the country later on after coming out of the jail. But these revolutions, they also gave a signal to the young generation, which was yet not suffering in the working in a revolutionary. They said, हम भी आराम उठा सकते थे घर पे घर पर रहकर हमको भी पाला था माँ बाप ने दुख सह सहकर वक्त वक्त रुखसत उनसे इतना भी ना आए कहकर गोद में आंसू आए कभी टपके तो रुख से बहकर पिपल उनको ये ही समझ लेना जी बहलाने को. मतलब उन्होंने कहा कि that we could also do rest. But since we wanted the country to be free and motherland to become, and therefore life is also nothing for them. And Yogesh Chandra Chatterjee, he also wrote a book in search of freedom. By that time, he dedicated that book to his whose cousin brother in independent India, and he said and that cousin was shot dead by the British. And in below that photo of his cousin, it was mentioned that I was extremely sad when I learnt about your death. But you would have been extremely sad by looking at the conditions which we have in independent India. So Manmathnath Gupta also wrote a book, and they lived dangerously. So this was the way they fought the British at the cost of their own lives and for the independence of the country. With the money they wanted to purchase the weapons to kill the British people and secure independence of the country. With this chapter, we end up this
Okay.
part of
So I
the
have
first
some
part of it.
small queries, small
Huh?
queries. This
Hanji.
the Calcutta was the headquarter of British Empire.
That was the headquarters till 1912.
Okay, and after that
Huh.
it shifted to Delhi.
Delhi, that is right. We will.
Okay.
We have already read it. Delhi conspiracy case
Mhm.
when the bomb was thrown on the Governor General.
Okay. Okay.
Hanji.
And this
Huh.
freedom movement was concentrated mainly in the North India and Calcutta or so like that, or it was in
So far
South
as
India also.
so far as revolutions are concerned, there were three headquarters. Number one, Maharashtra. Number two, West Bengal. Number three, Punjab. In the
Okay.
central place was there was a vacuum by which the Swaraj Weekly was opened in Allahabad by this young patriot who was born out of rich parents, had higher studies in 1907 when Lal Lajpat Rai and Sardar Ajit Singh had come back from Mandalay jail after 6 months imprisonment. He had started on the Diwali day at Allahabad in
So it
1907.
was it was concentrated in some pockets, and rest of
Yes,
the India was had passive support for the freedom movement,
yes, that
or,
is right. That
they might be with the Gandhi philosophy.
Many maybe, but revolution were confined only to these three. And fourth was Allahabad after the settlement of that Swaraj Weekly.
Right, sir. Thank you so nice of you for your valuable
Thank
time.
thank you. Ji. Thank you. Ji. Thank